Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Darla Rodriguez and I'm so glad you're here. 2019 is almost in the past, you guys. November is here. We're gonna talk about all the makeup I've accumulated over the next few weeks. I'm gonna start with shadow palettes today. So if you haven't subscribed, please hit that button and subscribe to this channel. That would be fabulous. And at the end, you can always give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate that too. Today we are going to talk about, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 eyeshadow palettes sitting in front of me right now that the majority of them I reviewed. There are even a few that aren't here that I gave away, so clearly weren't in my favorite pile. And yeah, this is all the things that I have come up with this year. And I just want to talk about, we get into the hype of things, of launches, and, was it worth it at the end? I want to talk about that right now. So I have a few. I'm not going to do them in order because I really can't remember how we did the episodes, but a lot of these I reviewed. And, there are some that I just never wore again after that episode. I just... none of them are terrible. I can't say any of them are like, terrible. But just something that I just didn't go back to because I wasn't intrigued or I wasn't, just like floored that it was such this fabulous palette. And then there are some that I tend to use all the time. So first one I wanted to go over was Colorpops Disney Designer Shadow Palette. I actually did this in a giveaway in my 12 Days of Christmas. And honestly, if I'm being dead honest, I just wanted it for the packaging because they're so cute. Look at all the princesses. Like, I just loved, it's a princess thing. I loved the concept behind it. I can't say I've really used it though. The shadows were okay. Again, none of them are terrible, just not something that I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to use that palette because it's so fabulous. It was okay. The packaging though, A+ in my opinion, just because who doesn't love a Disney princess? I mean, I just loved them. So the giveaway, that went to someone in my giveaway, and honestly, I haven't worn it since the episode. Then we have, All We Have Is Now, and this was by Makeup Obsession. Again, another one that I never wore it again. These aren't really colors that I wear a lot anyway. I dipped into that aqua. I liked it. I like these down here, but just nothing that I go to every day. So that was another palette that isn't terrible, but isn't my favorite. Then we have the Adeline Morin palette. Remember that? I was all excited. I mean, so excited about this palette, and I just haven't worn it. I'm sure someone would wear this all the time, but just not something that I reach for all the time. So there's the Adeline Morin palette. Then we had the Kiara palette by Lancome, and when I reviewed it, if you remember correctly, or if you haven't watched the episode, you could always go back and watch that. I was a little underwhelmed because I thought it was going to be more pigmented, but I do love the face products. The blush is absolutely gorgeous, and I do use that quite often. And I liked this highlighter on this side. It's just very sheer, it's cream, and it's really pretty. And then here are the lip products. The eyeshadows I don't tend to use all the time, but the face, they have the highlighters on this side and the blush, gorgeous. And I still stand by that. I love them. Then, sticking with Lancome, was this, I don't even know the name of this palette. It's a heart palette. Oh, here it is. Shades of Love. And it was the Shades of Love. We did a cute video on that. Ness outdid himself there. I've used this a little bit, really mainly down in the bottom area here, the more bold colors. It's still a nice palette. Again, not one I use all the time. You know what's funny is we get all these palettes and then we tend to go to 2 or 3 that we use on a daily. So this is the BH. I did this just recently for breast cancer awareness, and that's honestly why I purchased it, because I wanted to, you know, it was a kind of a plus for me. I got a great palette and supported breast cancer awareness, which was awesome. And this is something, this palette here, I don't know how to show it without, that mirror's probably crazy. But this palette here, I'm probably going to put in my makeup kit because they're just beautiful neutrals and a lot of different skin tones can wear these. So I will probably put this in my kit and use it quite often. They're great, great shadows. NARS, which is a limited edition that Ulta had last month or maybe 2 months ago. It is beautiful. There it is. I'm going to be honest, I did not do a review on this, but I will tell you, the face products, awesome. The matte shadows, awesome. These right in here, these, they're kind of a shimmer here in the center. Not a fan at all. They're messy, they fall out, I'm not impressed. But these bottom colors I like, I use it quite often, these top, but these two center, they're actually the ones that lured me into purchasing the palette because they're so pretty, but it's just messy. I cannot handle that. I've tried it with my fingers, I've tried it with a brush, I've tried it with a wet brush, messy all over. So really not a fan. Then we have the Sigma Warm Neutrals. I'm not sure if I did an episode on this. I can't remember. It's a pretty palette. I like it. Sigma, you know, not a lot of people know about them because they're mainly an online brand. They're carried in a few retail locations, but I don't even know if their colors are. It might be just their brushes. And I was impressed with the consistency of the shadows. They were really nice. This is a pretty palette, kind of neutral, just kind of an everyday, and I've used it and I like it. Then we have the Lion King, one I was very, very, very excited about. It was a collaboration with Sir John, and you know, it's beautiful. I love it. I will use it. I don't use it all the time, but these colors are really gorgeous. And my son was Simba in The Lion King this year, so that was another perk of this palette coming out. I still stand behind it. I think it's a beautiful palette, great consistency to the shadows, really nice pigment payoff. I really like it. Last Christmas, I'm kind of going through these quick, so, you know, you can leave in the comments if you want me to elaborate on anything. I can definitely do that. This was, and this is kind of messy because I do use it, this was a Christmas palette from last year from Lancome. Gorgeous. Like, I love it. I still use it all the time. They have another one out that I really want to get, a lot more sheer shadows, and I'm interested in that. These actually were such a great deal because every single one of these singles were a new single in the Lancome eyeshadow collection. So I felt very fortunate to get a hold of this because if you buy them separately, I think they're like $22 and this was $49 or some crazy great price. So I still use that and I love it. Then we have KKW by Mario. Just a side note, I'm getting the new, they're doing a volume 2, or they're doing a second round in a couple weeks, and I'm all over it. I love this palette. Love it. Beautiful colors, beautiful consistency. It's like a creamy, nice, buttery powder. Love it, love it, love it. And I have nothing negative to say. I wear this often. Then we have Soft Glam by Anastasia, which I have never done a video with Anastasia products, but clearly I'm hitting pan on a couple colors already. I use this all the time as well. These 3 palettes, the KKW and Mario, the Lancome Christmas edition from 2018, and the Soft Glam from Anastasia, I use them all the time. It is not just the color. Like some of these other palettes, they have great colors, but the consistency and the blendability and the creaminess and the color payoff of these 3 are just fabulous. And I love, love, love them. Again, I use them all the time. Then last but not least is Benefit's Cheek Leader. And this is not an eyeshadow palette, but it is one that I'm wearing right now. It is a go-to of mine. Easy peasy. You can use it all over your face. You can use it on your eyes. You can use it on your lips. It is just an all-around great palette. And I know technically it's not an eyeshadow palette, but I had to leave this one for last because if I was going on vacation, I can't take all these palettes because they kind of narrow you into a certain look. And on vacay, you want fast, easy, but still want to look great. This is the palette. This is the one I would take with me and use all the time because my shadow, my blush, my contour, my highlighter, it's all here. They ended up this cookie, which it's my favorite out of the whole palette. This right here is so gorgeous. They ended up doing a single, and I'm so happy they did. But this cheek leader would be at the top for me because I think that it's so versatile and still gives you a great look without doing, you know, a ton of work. When you're on vacation, again, when you're not even vacation, when you're out and about and you're not in your house and you don't have everything at your fingertips, you want an all-inclusive palette that's gonna work to make you look good without looking down and going, oh my gosh, okay, I need a brush for this certain one, or I need a certain brush for this. This is like 2 brushes for your eyes, and then like I even put, right now I have this on my lid and I literally use my fingers. So that would be the last one. That's all I got for you, you guys. This is probably gonna be a series of episodes because, I mean, I've accumulated palettes, I've accumulated foundations, and you know, we get these because the hype is there. And I'm not a returner, so I either give it away or it sits. And there is a stack that I need to carry on to another person that will want it because I literally have used it once or 2 times. Over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to kind of bring out the things that I've purchased throughout the year. And we're going to just talk about it and see if it wasn't worth it. Do I use it? Do I still like it? Because just because I'm not using it, maybe not because I don't like it, just I have something that's filling that spot right now. I mean, we only have so many areas on our face that we can put product on. I hope you have a great rest of your week. You know, stay warm if you're in some cold areas. Out here in SoCal, it's been kind of warm. So if you're, you know, on the colder states, take care, keep your health up, drink that hot tea, vitamin C, all the goods, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.